Thanks for tuning in tonight to the Crete Strive Network or on the Crete YouTube channel. Got a gorgeous night for football. I'm accompanied by the Juice, Tony Siski.
Good evening.
Well, tonight we get to see the final home game for the Crete Cardinals. They'll have one more game remaining after this at Beatrice. Crete Cardinal home team will take on the Waverly Vikings, coached by Reed Manstadt, former Crete coach. I see a little background noise maybe on your screen, definitely in my headphones. So we'll get this fixed up for you. But I think we're in for a great night tonight. The weather's been perfect. No wind. Great temperature for a football game. Vikings 5-2 on the season. Losses to Grand Island Northwest and Elkhorn. But both of those losses by a combined 7 points. Lost to Elkhorn 7-13. And Northwest lost by 1 point, 21-20. In their last 3 games, they've held their opponents to only 7 points. And they've scored well over 100. You can hear the band going, the cheerleaders are going, they're ready for tonight's game. Waverly's going to be kicking it off to start this game.
Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen, and we're ready to get started here. Setting up, kicking up for Waverly, number 9, Kevin Moore.
Looks like they're going with a different kicker tonight. The Vikings are. Normally Canoyer, the senior, and he'll do a lot of their PATs and field goals.
Receiving position.
So back to receive. Tad to Brink and Krotzel for Crete, ready to get this game going.
You gotta run this.
There's the kick. And to Brink just lets it go by him back in the end zone for a touchback. Nice kick there to start the game for Waverly. That's their 5th touchback of the year. And Tony will be joining us here in a moment. He's getting his headphones worked on. So he'll be here momentarily. So here comes to Brink in motion. This game's going. And they got some trickery early. He gets it back to Schmeckpepper, and off he goes. Can't quite break the tackle. He's stopped by Cooper Skrobecki of Waverly. Wraps him up at the ankles, but not before he gets a good 25-yard gain for the Crete Cardinals. Great start to this game for the Cardinals, just what they wanted. Haven't been able to see that play yet this year. Must be opening up the playbook a little bit. Schmeckpepper back in the gun with Krotzel to his left. A lot of defenders there for Waverly. They're expecting a run, but Krotzel bumps it outside, and there's his speed. He's going. Great block on the outside. He gets all the way down to the Waverly 22-yard line. He is down. Krotzel having a tough time getting up, but that block on the sideline really helped spring him loose. Brayton Zybig held that block for a long time. I think they're lucky they were able to get to him on that. So you've had a pass from Brink to Schmeckpepper for 25 yards. And then you have a bounce out to the right for Krotzel where he adds another 30, 35. And just like that, the Cardinals are down at the 23-yard line of the Vikings. And we'll wait to see what happened with Krotzel. Got the trainers and the doctors out there. Head coach Reed Manstedt for the Waverly is out there checking on him too. Reed is the current head coach for the Waverly Vikings, former head coach of the Crete Cardinals. So he's out there checking on a player I'm sure he knows well. Coach Mark Newmeyer for the Cardinal hustling off the field. And Krotzel's off on his own. So here we go. It's good sign for Krotzel there. Able to get out on his own. Now I think Coach Siski's back with me, the Juice. We'll see if his all the technical difficulties. And the pitch off. Good for a couple to Brayton Zybig.
Exciting start to this one.
Plays
while my headset wasn't working.
Yeah, we'll see what these next two plays do, but you might have to take those headphones back off if we're not getting the yardage we need. Yeah, I'm really impressed. Just looks like they're just have some energy to start the game and executing well. Fun to watch. And Schmeckpepper taken down hard. Kind of he was waiting for something to open up there, and he kind of sat and tried to duck and hoping maybe he could get through the middle so he could take off, and he likes to do those little runs up the middle, but just couldn't get out and got taken down hard.
I like what the coaching staff did there. Come out, trick play to start. Works and fires your team up. A little Philly special. Throw back to the quarterback.
Yeah, something tells me that's what they worked a lot on this week. My guess is we're going to see a lot of runs, both teams this game. As I say that, of course, there's a pass intended for Brink, just out of bounds. So that's going to bring up 4th and 16 from the 29. See what the coach has drawn up for this play. Yeah, both teams like to run a lot. For the season, Waverly's averaging just 44 yards in the air, and Crete's 67 yards in the air. So both teams run heavy. Vikings on the ground average 271 yards a game. That's the Crete's 157. So if we see that many runs, I think we're going to have a quick game. That clock's going to be running. Important play here for Crete. Krotzel. We've seen this before, Coach. And he's looking right at him. And he's got a good pass, and he's there.
Wow.
Oh! It was so close. He had it. And that defender for Waverly, Riley Marsh, was there. No flag on the play. Krotzel was trying to reach it, almost tried to catch it on Marsh's back. Just couldn't quite hang on.
Great effort by Krotzel, and I think some of the Crete fans and coaches might have been looking for a flag there. And I think you could make an argument either way. I don't know if that defensive back ever got his head turned around. Krotzel had to kind of go through him to try to make that play. About did. And that defender didn't seem like he turned his head around to look for that, which would have helped the cause for no flag. But either way, nothing came out. So Waverly ball, their first possession of the game, and he has got a wide open receiver, and that's Hoos all the way in for the quick score
for the Vikings. And I think, what did I talk about, Coach? We're talking about both teams like to run, and my guess is that's what both defenses are thinking too, and they're able to sneak one back there.
That's absolutely the case there. Crete had a good first play drawn up. Thought they could get away with something, and Waverly ran a little play action, snuck a guy out the backside, and ran open down the middle of the field. And
that's from quarterback Nate Weesey. 185 yards on the season. He has picked up a good 65 just on that. The kick is good. Evan Canoyer with kicking duties. Any PAT, field goal.
I'm really thinking at this point I need to take the headsets off. Crete, without me on the headsets, 2 nice plays, and I put them on and backwards on offense, and Waverly gets a quick strike.
Yeah, thanks for showing up tonight, Tony, but
apologize.
At least it's a short walk home, and we'll keep in touch. Well, I'll tell you what. Crete was close to getting a touchdown or close to getting a penalty there. Don't get the call. That's just the way it goes sometimes, and Waverly had the perfect play call.
Yeah, Crete was very close on Krotzel's run, and Zybik did a great job blocking downfield. It's just too bad he couldn't have got that defender turned and given a Krotzel a place to cut. The defender was able to stay square, fight off the block, and save a touchdown, and now we're sitting at 7-0 Waverly.
Yeah, a lot of action here to start this final home game for the Crete Cardinals. With 9:46 remaining, 7-0 Waverly. And the kick goes to DeBrink. He's going to pitch. He hands off. Krotzel now has it. He's pushed out about the 26-yard line of the Cardinals. Well, they'll start their second possession.
We'll see how the offense responds.
Yeah, big response here for Crete would be.
And the good news is you're back out in the field quick. Unfortunately, it's after a quick score by Waverly. So Crete offense has to get something going, have a good response here.
And the give is to Krotzel. He's going to try to beat that defender out left, but he's not able to. That's Evan Canoyer for Waverly, chases him down. And that's not an easy thing to do, to chase down Krotzel.
No, Canoyer was in great position there initially and thought Krotzel might be able to use his speed to get around him, but Canoyer able to make the play and brings up second and long.
That does bring up 2nd and 11 for the Cardinals. Junior Braden Schmeckpepper, the quarterback. The give to Krotzel just goes up the middle this time and finds a good gain out to the 32.
It was a really good game because he was met right near the line of scrimmage and able to turn it into a 6-7 yard gain.
Yeah, it makes it a manageable 3rd and 4.
Talking to Coach Newmar this week, he's really talked up the Waverly defense so they could be possibly the best defense in the state for Class B. I know people have had a tough time scoring on them.
Well, that's why I was just looking. Their last 3 games, Waverly scored over 100 points, and their last 3 opponents have scored a combined 7. So you're right. Their defense is right where it needs to be this time of the year. Give up the middle to Krotzel. Short gain of 2. That's going to bring up 4th and short, and looks like the punt team.
Banos really punted the ball well last week against Norris. They could really use a good punt from him here.
Averaging 27 yards on the year is Banos. A lot of times it's been those snap problems is what's been the trouble for our punt, but Nice snap there. Waverly does have 2 punt blocks for the year, so they got to be careful about that.
They might have got a piece of that one. It didn't turn out too bad, but that ball never got up in the air. And
Waverly was back there in a hurry, so he did what he could, but it'll work. Takes it down to the 36-yard line for Waverly's second possession of this quarter. Didn't get a chance to talk much about the Waverly offense last time. They're on the field for about 38 seconds. But they do have a trio of good runners.
coming in this game, they'd only completed 28 passes on the year through 7 games. So the strength of this team is definitely on the ground.
Zane Schwang on the run. Picks up a quick 8. Schwang averaging 7.5 yards per carry. He is their leading rusher. He has 833 yards for the season already. And Canoyer, we've already said his name on defense. He has kicking duties, so for point afters, he's 19 of 20 for the year. And as a running back, 505 yards, averaging 8 yards a carry. So it says a lot about their offensive line as well. Schwang with the carry again, enough to get the first down up to the 47.
I think you're seeing now at the start of this drive what Waverly really likes to do. It does set up the play action pass that you saw in the first play of the game, but this is how they win games. Controlling the ball on offense and leaning on a very stout defense.
Well, and I think you see already there what Crete's doing defensively. They're going to have a couple D linemen come out, get some rest because they know it's going to be a long game on the ground. Conserve the energy while you can.
And especially with a lot of those guys playing both sides of the ball, so you try to find them breaks when you can and try to keep guys as fresh as possible.
And Coach, we got a lot to talk about tonight, a lot going on around the community. State softball, we had state tennis, we have cross country to talk about, so when we get our breaks, we want to make sure to talk about all the events going around Crete. And again, thanks for joining us on the Crete Strive Network and on the Crete YouTube channel. Looks like he got tripped up a little bit. Schwang did.
Not quite sure how he kept his footing.
Yeah, he got what he could.
Yeah, would have been about a 1-yard loss. Turns it into a 3-yard gain.
Brings up 3rd and 3 for the Vikings. So time for the Crete D to see what they can do to stiffen up. So far, they've been attacking that middle, the Vikings have. The pitch out to the right.
Yep.
Flag comes out.
I think
Schwang is still going.
Going to have a holding here.
He's there, but there's not a whole lot of celebration. Looks like they're going to bring that back, which should take it to a 3rd and 3 to a 3rd and 13.
I think that hold there you saw on the edge really sprung him.
We might see it here on the replay.
So a break for the Cardinals. Now they need to take advantage of this and force a punt here.
Yeah, you bet. Saw some good pressure. The right side of that line. Jason Newton rushed in there in a hurry.
Looks like a empty backfield so far unless they motion someone back there. You got 5 wide. And Cardinals pretty much manned up across.
Murray looking to run it, and he's going to get stopped. He gets about 2 on the play. Great stop by that Crete defense.
Yeah. Connor Lighting there, dragging him down, just kind of holding his ground in the middle. And I was watching the receivers run the routes, but you go 5 wide with mobile quarterbacks. Sometimes that's just to spread you out and try to tuck it and run. Lighting there to bring him down and force the punt. Nice play.
Weiss is their normal quarterback, but Murray in on that. But he is a running quarterback. 203 yards on the year for Murray. Nice punt
one thing
there.
that Coach Newman, another thing he mentioned was they do rotate their quarterbacks a little bit, and both athletic. One has had a little more success through the air than the other, but you got to prepare for them both.
I was talking with Waverly head coach Reed Manstedt. Like I said before, he was the former head coach here at Crete, and kind of asking about his team a little bit. And, you know, he learned a lot from former Crete coach Chuck McGinnis. And he was saying that a lot of the defense he uses for Waverly comes from the Crete early 2000s, just aggressive, a lot of blitzing. And you can kind of see it already just in that formation. They're quick and they're all over the place, but very aggressive D. Nothing there for Krotzel. About 3 different Vikings were there, but Schwang was the one to lead the way.
That play there just shows you how good this defense is. They're fast, they're strong, aggressive, like you said, and you know anyone that was around that program or got to watch the Crete program back in the 2000s would be smart to take some
tips from the old McGinnis days. This time it's pass. Schmeckpepper with the quick pass. Oh, he's lucky that wasn't picked off. Intended for Zybig, but almost landed in Dawson Britton's hand, number 11 for Waverly.
He had to throw a little
12.
higher than he wanted to because he had Gleason coming down on him and didn't quite have that clear window to make that pass.
Yeah, just wasn't a whole lot of time, and he was prepared. Nice quick throw. Schmeckpepper, 352 yards on the year. 28 of 58, an average of 12.6. Guessing we'll see another one here, and we won't. They're just going to play it safe and give Krotzel up the middle and more room for their punt. So Banyos will be out.
They don't want to put themselves in 3rd and longs where Waverly knows they're going to pass and can pin back their ears and come after Schmeckpepper. You're just asking for disaster there. That's why you see more conservative run play and try to, like you said, get a little more room for the punt.
Banyos looks like he was almost hit, but fair catch called for by Schwang at the 40, looks like, sorry, not 45, looks like 39-yard line of the Cardinals. So a great field position here for the Vikings with their 3rd possession. Well, their defense held last time, got a little help from a penalty, but they held. Yeah, it's nice to see some of these faces back for Crete too. Kind of been bitten by the injury bug a little bit, so we have some players back that I know are excited to be back on the field. Strong set here from Waverly. Schwang met hard.
Good collision there in the hole.
Luis Garcia, he's had a lot of good hits this season. Yeah, Luis Garcia met him in a hurry. But not before he picked up 4 yards. Bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, you mentioned getting some guys back, which has definitely been good, but you know, they still have Silvero, who they lost for the year. Unfortunately, Sergio ended up having surgery on his ankle.
Murray with the pitch out to Canoyer. Picks up another 4 to bring up 3rd and 2. Sure, right now they'll gladly take 4 yards every play. Austin Lorenz gets subbed out by Jason Newton. Keep that D-line fresh.
3rd and 2, very manageable for this Waverly offense and what they like to do. And
blitz off the left, and then Murray decides to go to his left, finds a hole, and is untouched for the Waverly touchdown. Their 2nd of the night.
That might have been a broken play. That snap was high and to his left, and it looked like the timing was off, and looked like they did want to come right, and He just saw an opening to the left and took off.
Well, and I can see Crotzel, he was coming in with the blitz off the left, and which would be to the Waverly right side. So Murray just took it to his left and was able to sneak through. Canoyer 1 for 1 already tonight, which makes him 20 of 21 for the season. Make it 22 of 23. So that puts our score at 14-0 in a fast-moving first quarter. Minute 12 left. Both teams have all their timeouts. Crete just needs to settle in here. They had a good drive, that first drive, and kind of got stalled. Time to get back on track for the Crete Cardinals. I think now might be a good time, Coach. Crete softball with their trip to state this week, 4th year in a row, which is impressive.
That's very impressive. Making a state, never easy. To do it 4 years in a row is impressive, and a testament to the program that's been built here and the players.
A lot of hard work.
The work that they put in, yes.
Coach Griffin and Coach Moore, a lot of time, and they've been with the program for a long time with the Carr era and done a good job, and kind of had some struggles at the beginning of the season with their coach leaving, and to be able to overcome that. And
a very successful season.
Yeah.
So these senior girls on that team got to experience state every year of their high school career. And there's so many kids that never experienced it once.
State, yeah. You know, growing up in Ogallala, we'd get to the district final every year, but never make it to state. That's all we ever wanted, make it to state. Good return there by DeBrink to get to the 35. That's a good little start for Crete.
It is. The last few games, they've been running that reverse or fake reverse, and giving the kickoff team something to think about. And first time he gave it to Crossell, this time he kept it and takes it out to the 35.
Certainly had a good time watching the softball team this year and listening at state, and my kids really enjoy listening and watching their game. So congrats, girls, on a great season, and the community is proud of you like always. Schmeckpepper, late pitch out to Crotzel. Quick gain of 5 before he's pushed out of bounds. Cooper Skrobecki there to kind of lead the way, so he goes out of bounds. Bring up 2nd, 6.
Good gain on first down. Now you have all your options here. You're on schedule when you're getting 4.
This Waverly defense, 8 interceptions on the year, averaging 1 a game. So got some good speed out
every
back.
guy within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, they are really up there. They're aggressive.
Late pitch, but it hits Crotzel's back, and Crotzel's able to fall on it. Schmeckpepper was kind of forced to pitch. He didn't have an option to run, but
Schmeckpepper and Crotzel definitely weren't on the same page there, and they're trying to talk about it now, get things figured out, and they need to. As you see in the replay there, Crotzel not expecting that at all.
No. That brings up a loss of 4, 3rd and 10 for the Cardinals here. Clock winding down. We're at 20 seconds left here in this first quarter, but that'll stop the clock. We got a flag.
Delay a game.
Delay a game, Crete, so that's going to push it to 3rd and 15.
So after a good play to start the drive, get 4 on first down.
And that's
going the wrong way.
What happened in that first drive? We had the 2 big plays, and we have that one that backs us up 7, and then you're in the hole. Sometimes those are just tough to get out of. Pass.
Here they come
again.
again.
This is not a whole lot of time for Schmeckpepper. That's Canoyer back there for the sack for the Vikings.
Waverly is just bringing more guys than Crete can block and playing single coverage on the outside and just daring Crete to beat them on those one-on-one matchups, and that time Schmeckpepper didn't even have time to give them a chance. it's not a team you want to get in definite passing downs against because, as you see there, they're going to bring pressure and they're going to get to you in a hurry.
Well, you're going to have to maybe get a screenplay in there and take what you can, but you can't take the lost plays. And then especially when you get down on a team that can run the ball as good as Waverly can, it only makes your job a lot tougher on offense.
Yeah, that's the big thing. You just can't have the negative plays. You can't have the 3-yard losses, the 5-yard penalties. It puts you in those situations where your hands are really tied and plays right into what Waverly wants to do.
So another event this week in Crete for cross country. Coaches Paul Obon and Drew Rishi, amazing coaches. Been coaching cross country here for a few years. But for the third straight year, Jenny Cardozo Franco qualified for state. So congrats to Jenny, but really congrats to the whole cross country team. They're always out working hard, and they're running in late August when everyone else is sitting in the air conditioning. So good job, cross country team. Congrats to Jenny, and good luck at state. Fair
Yes,
catch.
And talking with Coach Rishi today, he thought that the team overall performed very well. He said a lot of kids ran their best races, and they had a couple boys I know that weren't far from qualifying within. They take the top 15, and we had some, I think, 19th, and
Yeah.
another one right behind him, so not far off.
Well, and you have kids running hard and trying their hardest, getting PRs. You know, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
I think as a coach, you're happy, and I know how good of a job Drew and Paul do with that team. So, congrats to them and another successful season. Schwang on the carry, picks up 9 to being up 2nd and 1, maybe 2nd and 2. Just right up the middle there.
Yeah, Garcia tripped him up there, but about broke that, and that might have been 6 more. It's an impressive rushing attack.
Well, that's what this Crete D, they know what's coming, and they got the guys there in the middle, and there goes Canoyer. He's a shifty. Gets down to the 36 of the Cardinals, 37 maybe. One ref's at the 36, one's at the 37. So bring up 1st and 10 from the 36 for the Vikings, but once they get it, they're just so shifty. It's hard for those defenders to break the block and then bring those running backs down.
And they're tough. They're tough to bring down one-on-one. They're not just shifty. They can run through arm tackles pretty easily.
Give to Schwang. Good gain up the middle on 1st down. Picks up a quick 6.
Another thing I'm noticing is their line, their blockers truly block to the whistle, and you see them just keep moving, and
That's really going to make a difference as this game goes on. This Vikings team, they played some good teams this year, and like I said earlier, they lost to Northwest by 1 and Elkhorn just by a touch or by 6 points. So good stop there by the Crete defensive line. Only picked up 1. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
And Jason Uden in there early and getting wrapped up and got some help from his teammates to bring him down.
Connor Scott comes in for Uden. Yeah, D-line's working hard tonight. Got Kennedy Vicente right there right next to Connor Scott.
Watched the Norris game last week, and I thought Uden played well that night too.
Lighting playing on the right side of that line. He's back in action tonight. Pitch off to Schwang. He has some room, and he has the speed to go at that room and walks into the end zone untouched for Vikings' 3rd touchdown of the first half. And I want to say, Coach, all 3 have been more than 20 yards on their scoring plays. They've been big play scores. So here comes Canoyer.
Yeah, he just got to the edge untouched there and made it all the way in untouched.
I think
good perimeter blocking.
What makes that tough is, too, you see 3-4 run plays right up the middle.
Yep.
And they're successful at it. So he's Why would they switch from what they're doing? They kick it outside, and you have two guys like Schwong and Knoyer that can just run the ball like that. Knoyer 3 for 3 on the night, makes the score 21-0. Vikings up.
Yeah, Crete really needs to get something going, just for their psyche. I think second across the end zone there on that last drive, just looking out the body language, heads are down.
Yeah.
Cardinals need a big play. They need to get something going, get their heads up. There's a lot of football left in this game.
Yeah, you bet. You can see the Crete cheerleaders on your screen there. Showed the band earlier out there on the opposite field, all socially distanced in the opposite bleachers.
We have another sport to give congratulations out. Aiden McDowell getting 4th place in #1 singles state tennis. Quite an accomplishment for a freshman.
Yeah, you ain't kidding there. 4th place out of Class B, freshman. Our first season of boys tennis, and the team got 9th out of 25 total teams for Class B. So I said there's a lot of things happening in Crete this week, and a lot of celebrations. Yeah, Eden got 4th, but doubles teams did good, and really all those boys tennis players played well and really had a great first season. Impressive to get 9th.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
And some of those kids are playing tennis for the first time.
Yeah.
Picking up a racket, learning the game. Coach Sandberg, very proud of their efforts. He did a great job coaching them up, and it'll be interesting to see how this program builds. Travis Sweeney and Jackson
Dittmer. Yeah.
Getting a win at state.
With their doubles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great to see. Like to see the Crete teams out there at state doing well in cross-country tennis. Give to Krotzel. He might have got just a little bit past the line of scrimmage. Bring up 2nd and long. See Jason Uden at center. Lighting at right tackle. Brian Banos at left tackle. Waverly sends 6 quick. Crossel's trying to juke the defender. Gets what he can. Gets a couple out of that, but Knoyer chases him down. Brings up 3rd and 7.
That's a couple times now that Knoyer's been able to corral Kratzel. Most people can't do that.
No, that's something that's hard to do, and we've seen Kratzel's speed all year. He's been tough to bring down, and as a receiver, it's tough to follow. Impressive by Knoyer on that to stick with him. Speed for speed. Quick pass. Nearly picked off. Intended for Creaser. Returns a nice pass. It's almost there. It's just almost better defense.
Yeah, it was a really good defensive play. Jumped in front at the last second and almost came up with it, but it wasn't a bad throw.
I didn't get the number of the defender. I want to say that was Cole Murray, but got a great play there in the middle, and he almost came up with it. So Banos back to punt. He's back at the Cardinal 18. Good snap. Again, they're close to blocking that. It's getting scary.
Flag came down on that one.
Flag came down.
Yes, Cardinals might pick up a first down out of
So
this.
Cale Bessler picks it up. So right now the ball's at the 44 of the Vikings, but we'll see what the flag says. Personal foul, roughing the kicker. So is that just a first down, or do we get 8 points with that too?
Just a first down.
Okay, just a first down. Okay,
This
so that's
year.
just going to be a first down. So automatic first down here for the Cards. Big penalty.
It is a big penalty.
They've been close to blocking it. They've been putting the pressure on. But sometimes, there's come back to cost you.
I see Ari Perez Vicente out there on the line as well, coming out left guard. Still rotating guys in and out.
Right guard, I believe, is Kennedy Vicente. Play action. Intended for Zybig on the sideline. Broken up by Dawson Britton of the Vikings. Good throw, just really good defense.
Yeah. I like the play action, though. For Crete to have success through the air, I think the run game has to set it up, disguise it a little bit, so Schmeckpepper has a little more time like he did there.
I think him rolling out might be something that the coaches see as a way to buy a little more time. I'm not sure if we've seen many screen plays this year, but they got 5 guys at the line. We got timeout Crete, it looks like. Coach Newmeyer heading out to talk with his team. So that'll be the first timeout of the first half by any team. So that leaves Crete with 2, Waverly with 3. They'll come out of the timeout, 2nd and 10 with 7:56 remaining in the second quarter. Down by 3 scores, but got aided by a roughing the kicker. So let's see what they can do with this.
I think what Coach Newmeyer saw there just from his reaction is the play clock was running down, and he didn't want to take another chance in a 5-yard penalty. Because I know I could see him kind of motion. You guys need to hurry up a little bit. Good decision there to save the 5 yards, call the timeout.
Use them or lose them.
Yep. Regroup your guys and try to get something out of this drive. You got good field position. You didn't get anything on first down, but still have a great opportunity here.
Again, thanks everyone for joining us tonight on the Crete Strive Network, the Crete YouTube channel. And we have people watching at home, and Lisa Raka's I know at home watching, and I got friends that watch in their garage. So thanks for joining us tonight. Hope you're enjoying the game. Pitch out to Crossell. He has some room finally. There's the speed we've talked about. Can they catch him? Number 5 is there. That's Schwong. He's able to catch him. But Crossell goes all the way to the 5-yard line of the Vikings. The 50-yard gain, roughly.
Definitely spoke too soon there. I didn't think anyone was going to catch him, but Schwong had the angle there.
Yeah, we got some speed on this field. We're seeing that tonight.
Great option there. Schmeckpepper ran that extremely well, drew the defense, pitched it, and Krotzel did the rest.
Gets it again, this time pitch right. He cannot escape Cole Murray on that one. Maybe he loses a yard.
Pitch to Krotzel.
Bring up 2nd and goal from the 6, so no gain.
3 shots at this, 2 yards of play if my math's right will get you in the end zone.
So what do you call here, Coach?
It's tough to say. Obviously, option worked the play before, but you come back and try to run it the other way and don't get anything out of it.
Flag on the play.
Fourth ball,
like a
penalty
false
flag,
start.
illegal procedure called on the offense.
That's going to take it back to 11. 2nd and goal from the 11.
Another one of those things they can't have after getting inside the 10 and 2 negative plays in a row then.
Clock down to 6:30 in the second quarter. Schmeckpepper gets it. Realizes it's quick. That pitch wasn't going to be there, so he keeps it, and he's wrapped up about the 9 for a gain of 2. 3rd and goal from the 9 for the Crete Cardinals.
Makes the stop for Waverly. Ball to 9.
Not sure if we'll see maybe a rollout to the left. They're not afraid to roll him out to his left and have him throw with his opposite hand.
Going to take 2 shots at it here. So being 3rd and 9, I don't see him attempting a field goal.
So he just drops back and quick pass in and out of the hands of Zybig. Another good defensive play. Cole Murray's there to get a hand on it.
Murray timed that perfectly.
Defending Martin.
It really has been
Right,
great
exactly.
timing by some of those Waverly defenders.
Goal up to 9-yard line.
Important play here. 4th and goal from the 9 for the Cardinals.
I expect Waverly to bring some pressure.
They don't seem to bring too
No,
much.
Not too much.
So Schmeckpepper rolls to his right, gets the pass off. There was no Matt Davison there to catch that one. Looks like it was maybe, couldn't tell who it was tipped by. You can see that replay, but we have
flag.
player down from each team.
Must have been quite a collision because Coach Newmeyer ran out there pretty quickly, so he saw something on that play.
Yeah, Coach Newmeyer's out there to Brink.
Waverly will take over on
It's Riley Marsh able to get up on his own for the Waverly Vikings.
at the 9. Injury
So we got an injury timeout.
There was a holding on the Cardinals there that Waverly declined, which will give them the ball. But right now, just hoping to Brink's all right.
Well, it's going to be Viking ball after the injury timeout from their own 9-yard line with 5:40 to go left in the first half, up 3 scores. And DeBrink's able to get up on his own, walking off on his own power. Good to see.
That is good. It's just concerning when you see a coach run out there like that because Coach Newmeyer obviously saw something there that concerned him and going out there to check on his player.
Another Waverly to Crete connection would be former Crete basketball coach Greg Hobzos, a Waverly graduate, so he might be watching this game tonight at home. Hi to Greg, if you're out there. Look, the give just up the middle, play it safe. Not much there. Short gain of a yard.
Good job by the Crete interior defense there.
Good night, I heard the ball carrier up the middle, short game.
We might see a couple more runs up the
Gain
middle.
of 1
Maybe
brings up second.
a pitch out to the right.
At 10.
Run by Nolan Weiss.
We saw the
Nice little
keeper
run
and
out to the
quarterback
21.
for the Vikings.
I think you're going to have a holding on
Looks
Waverly.
like they have a
though.
holding
Yeah,
from what we can
Penalty
tell.
flag is on the field.
going to bring it back.
So depending on where the hold was, it'll bring it back. Still be second down for the Vikings. That'll stop the clock for a little bit.
Holding called against the Vikings.
Is holding. That'll take the ball well inside the 10.
Looks like to the 7.
Going to take it back inside the 10.
So quick math here. I think it'll be about 2nd and 12 or 13. 2nd and 12, the scoreboard says, for the Vikings. They wind the clock.
Great opportunity for Cardinal defense here. Get stopped. I still don't think Waverly's going to pass it. They haven't thrown it outside of the first play.
Yeah, they're 1 for 1 with a score in the passing game, but Coach, every time we talk about that, they pass. So he escapes and gets it out to his receiver, and that's Dawson Britton. Nolan Weiss with the throw and the escape from the back, able to buy some time, and finds Dawson Britton just
Makes the catch.
running open, waiting for the pass. Now gets it out to the 31-yard line, brings up first down.
Just a great play by the quarterback there, being chased, and tough for the Cardinal defensive backs to cover that long. Extended the play and Found a guy running open.
Nolan Weiss is 18 for 43 on the year for 185 yards. Run by Garrett Jenkins.
Little jet sweep there, and
Jenkins
could not outrun Schmeckpepper to the edge.
Well, that'll bring up 2nd and 3. Clock still running down, just under 4 minutes now.
At the 38-yard line.
So to start really the game, we saw Murray for the Vikings, and now Weiss has come in. Weiss has a runner has 241 yards for the season, averaging 5.5.
There's a break for the Cardinals with a
That'll lower the average a little bit. Good break for the Cardinals.
Drop for a loss on the play.
3rd and 7 now.
Gonna call 38-yard line
might have forced him into a passing situation here.
or the 34-yard line.
We'll see if we'll see their 3rd pass of the game. Right now they're 2 for 2.
37, Waverly.
Roughly 70 yards on those 2 completions. So he does have 3 wide right and 1 wide left. Could hear timeout from up here in the booth, so that's going to be timeout Waverly, their first of the first half. So each team's going to have 2 timeouts remaining with 2:58, and they'll come out of the timeout looking at a 3rd and 7. So Crete D's got to be looking for, they could still run it here. They don't want Weesey to get outside.
Yeah.
Watching the pass, he had 3 receivers out there before.
Yeah, even when he drops back to pass, he's just as much a threat to run it, a lot like Schmeckpepper for the first down, as much as he is to throw it. So puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Crete's still looking for their first interception of the year. They certainly want to take one here.
Be a big momentum shifter going into half. If you could, especially if you could convert that interception into some points.
All right, you can hear the Crete crowd. Not sure if you can hear them from the booth or not. Crete crowd trying to get their players on defense pumped up here for this big stop. Weiss does roll out to his right. Tries to make the pass. I was just hoping the flag didn't come out on that. You got a good angle there on that camera. No flag, but Jacob Kreeser there on the breakup. Great stop there for the D. Good D by Kreeser, and that's going to bring up 4th and 7 for the Vikings for their first punt of the night.
Canoyer back to punt. Crotzel deep for the Cardinals.
Crotzel deep.
Nice to see Crotzel get loose on a return here.
Canoyer's been busy, averaging 34 yards on the season. And you did not get 34 on that one. So it goes out of bounds. The ref keeps walking. And then Newmeyer talks to him and says, no, you need to move up about 4 more yards, and he does. Ball's at the 49 of the Cardinals. So great field position here for the Cardinals. Get something going with 2:47 left in the second quarter. They got 2 timeouts to work with.
I wouldn't be surprised at some point again they try to get Crotzel out one-on-one and take a shot deep with him. Not going to happen on this play more than likely, but
looks like they're going to option it left, and Braden gets a yard out of it. Real quick, Waverly was there. Really good defense. They took away the pitch to Crotzel, so Schmeckpepper had to keep, and then he had 2 defenders right there. He'll take the yard.
There's not much Schmeckpepper could do on that one. Like you said, the pitch man was covered up and didn't have much running room.
But I think the positive there is you didn't lose any yards. You got 2nd and 9.
Might be option this way. Yep.
Zybig runs left, and then play goes right. Schmeckpepper keep. Good decision there. Great run. And Kreeser's there to help him out. Kennedy Vicente's there helping out his quarterback. Great team effort there by the Cardinals. Brings up first down. He gets down to the 41 of the Vikings. Time-wise, we're looking at 1:57, and they just start winding the clock again after the first down. Again, they have 2 timeouts to work with.
They've had success a couple times now, optioning a guy across the field and then running their motioning a guy and then running their option where they vacated.
With the give to Crotzel up the middle. Gets a quick 3. Should bring up 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8. But that clock is winding. We're about 1:20 to get in this end zone.
Looks like maybe
no attempted field goals for the season either, so they're looking for the end zone. And there's a timeout for Crete.
That's unfortunate timeout because wasted a lot of time before they took it. Obviously, just weren't on the same page. Had to take it there, but if you're going to take one in this situation, you'd like to do it before you.
I think you got to take it anyway. But
yeah, they had to take it.
It's just unfortunate. Yeah. No, I agree, Coach. So that gives them 1 timeout left, 1:10, and they're looking at 2nd and 8 from the Viking 38.
And they still have enough time. They still got 1 timeout. The clock's going to stop anytime get out of bounds or a first down stops momentarily or any incomplete pass. They definitely got enough time to finish this drive.
You know, a former Crete football coach during those McGinnis days back in the early 2000s and probably up until 2015 or so was Coach Terry Van Horn, big on that defensive coach, along with all those championship teams, and he's a Waverly alum as well. So a lot of Waverly Crete connections.
Might be going option left, yep.
They've done this play, and 24 just follows Crotzel the whole way. They're not going to get burned again on that.
That was that instant where they motioned that side empty and tried to option that way. Waverly defended it much better this time.
Yeah, you can tell.
24 played it really well.
That's Hoos, the one following. Yeah, he has one job, and that's follow Crotz on that. So we have a pass for Schmeckpepper, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield by Trevor Brown. He's a junior. So he gets the sack. 20 seconds remaining. And that's going to bring up 4th down. They're looking at 4th and 14. And we have Crete's final timeout is used with 18 seconds remaining. So you punting here, Coach?
It must not be after taking the timeout. If they're going to punt, there's no reason to take the timeout. They could have. I was actually waiting for Waverly to take the timeout and force the punt, but Coach Newmeyer elects to take it, and he's going to be taking a shot here on 4th. I think he's coaching Schmeckpepper up there a little bit. You know, in that situation, you don't want to take a sack, throw that ball away. You know, something that Braden can learn from.
Well, and some of that too, it's that defender.
They get
just there in a hurry.
Yeah, Brown.
I mean, Trevor Brown, and he couldn't see him. He was to his back.
Yep.
There's a good picture of our huddle right there, and head coach Mark Newmeyer talking to his team. So we'll see what they come up with here.
Yeah, fourth and long. Pretty obvious passing down, especially with 18 seconds left. Hopefully Schmeckpepper can get a little time here.
Crotzel out wide.
Now he's got the one-on-one down here. I'm assuming they're going to – yep, there it is.
Oh, he is hit right as he is thrown. And there's the flag.
So,
looks like we're going to have roughing the passer.
We'll see what they end up calling here.
penalty flag on the field.
I think they're talking about it was tipped, so it's going to negate the penalty. Is I have the eyes and Siski has the brain, so I'm just going to read the referee, and you can kind of see them talking to coach right there on your screen. Dead ball unsportsmanlike on Waverly. So there's 14 seconds left. Let's see where they put this ball.
But since there's a dead ball, it is Waverly's ball because it was after the incompletion on fourth
so it'll be
down.
Waverly's.
Yep.
And going back.
So it'll be Waverly's ball, unfortunately, for Crete.
I'd be surprised if we see anything too fancy here from Waverly.
Yeah.
With the 21-0 lead,
Well,
just take it to half.
Crete's got guys deep. They're not going to give up a big play.
So that pushes the ball back to the 30 of the Vikings where they take over with 14 seconds till halftime.
Going back to that last fourth and long play, though, they got Krotzel out in a one-on-one situation. They just need to buy Schmeckpepper enough time to give him a chance on that play. We've seen Krotzel is a handful in those situations and wins more battles than he loses. But it's just
well, they were back there, so
yeah, that's that Waverly defense just
they were in the backfield so quick. I was watching Krotzel on his route, and I'm like, he's got one guy on him. Like this play might work, and then by the time I looked at the quarterback, it was already the play was over with.
Yeah.
Delay a game on the Vikings that backs it up 5, so they're at the 26. We'll see what they do. He does have 2 wide to his right and 2 to his left. They do pass. They brought Murray back in, so they get about 9 yards on that.
Very safe play.
And they're not going to call a timeout, so that's going to take us to halftime. So your halftime score, 21-0. And you'll be able to watch our wonderful Crete band perform on the field during the halftime show. When we come back, Waverly will receive the kickoff. Up 21-0. So we'll see what adjustments Crete can do to get some of that momentum back, Coach.
Yeah, they've been a pretty good second half team this year. A lot of games looking back, especially the ones that we've called. They had the big comeback against Seward, played better in the second half against York. So only down 3 scores.
All right, well, that'll do it for us. We'll pick up at the beginning of the third. And stay tuned for the Crete band.
And now it's time for your Crete Cardinal marching band to take the field for your halftime entertainment. It has certainly been an unusual year for everyone. COVID has affected all walks of life, but it also has made us appreciative of the normal day-to-day routines that we had taken for granted. For band programs, it has been an adjustment to rehearse in areas and distances that we are unfamiliar with. However, we have been thankful to be together and celebrate the making of music. Our musical selections tonight are a collection of different styles and time periods as we reach out to many of our fans who might remember some of these songs. The first is a rhythm and blues song written and composed by musician Richard Berry in 1955. It is best known for the 1963 hit version by the Kingsmen and has become a standard in pop and rock music. Here is Waverly. Unfortunately, as the many canceled events this year were parades that the band typically attends in the fall. In the spirit of these missing parades, the band will now play a fiery Spanish selection entitled Morada. Before COVID hit this spring, one of the movies that was set to be released this summer was the highly anticipated sequel to Top Gun, featuring Tom Cruise. The Cardinal Band will take you back in time and play the opening music to that hit movie. There is a song I always love. There is a song that made famous by Kenny Loggins entitled Danger Zone. And now let's cheer on our team to a second half with Hail Varsity. Crete High School band is led by drum major Josie Anderson, Libby Clement, and Lucas Lenoff. The band directors are Eric Farlander and Janine Anderson. To the fans of Waverly, thank you for allowing us to use the visitor stands so we could fit the band in the stadium tonight while keeping with local guidelines for social distancing. We appreciate your flexibility in making this work. At this time, I'd like to call your attention back to the field. The Crete cheerleaders will be doing a short segment from their state competition routine. Please welcome to the field your Crete High School varsity cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, your Crete High School cheerleaders. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention here just for a minute. Found in the parking lot is a set of keys, and it is on a purple, yeah, I call it purple, a little purple key holder, and it's been turned into the press box. So if you have a set of keys, and you got a little purple fob that it's actually kind of a springy little, kind of a wrist, one of those little wrist trinkets, if I'm helping you out at all. And we've got it up there in the press box. I don't know if these keys start a car, get you into a house or an apartment or what. But if you've got keys that are missing, check your pocket, come up the press box, and we'll see if we can get them back to you. Thank you. Otherwise, they'll be turned in to the high school. Thanks.
Well, welcome back. Again, thanks for joining us on the Crete Strive Network and on YouTube, on the Crete YouTube channel, to start our third quarter with our score. Waverly Vikings 21, Crete Cardinals yet to get on the board yet tonight. They've been close a couple of times, got down, and were just held out on 4 downs by the Vikings.
So the second half.
And early in that first quarter, Coach, they got down there on their first drive of the game and were just tackled for a loss, and that kind of interrupted that drive. So they've been able to break off some plays and get down the field, just not able to finish off a drive yet.
Yeah, they need to find a way to punch one in. They've had some nice offensive series, some nice plays, just can't quite finish it. But a lot of the credit goes to Waverly defense. This is as impressive a defense as I've seen this year.
Well, as I said before, in the last 3 games, Waverly's only allowed 1 touchdown, and they've scored over 100 points combined in those 3 games. So, yeah, you're right. Their defense is solid. They're quick. Their defensive backs have had some great breakups tonight.
They're a good team. I could see them being there right till the end of the season.
Banos to kick, short kick. No problem for Nolan Weiss there to grab it, and he just takes a knee. Vikings will start this third quarter at their own 36-yard line.
Takes the short kickoff and right there at
It'd be great if the Crete defense could force a quick 3 and out, get the ball back, and let the offense go to work.
Well, and something you kind of touched upon right before half is Crete has done a good job coming out of halftime. Usually that, whether on defense or offense, they come off and they have some good energy regardless of what the score has been in the game. That's a good effort there.
Ooh.
And we have a late hit there by Crete. That's unfortunate. Jason Uden there, I think, is going to get penalized there. The hit was just away from the play. He pushed the Waverly player down. Defense had a great stop, helped them to a 2-yard gain, but we got a personal foul on the Cardinals. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, not a good decision there. Like, the defense had made a play. They had him bottled up in the backfield, and he really just kind of had to scrap for 2 yards there, and then you give him 15 free ones.
Connor Scott comes in for Uden. So they got 1st and 10 in Crete territory now from the 46. You got 7 linemen up front, just 1 receiver. Short little pitch to his right, and that's Schwong with the carry, and there's the speed. He gets outside, going along the line, and he just slows it up and walks over, and that's the 4th touchdown for the Vikings, and all 4 have.
But we have a
big
flag.
plays.
It's coming back. It's coming back. The flag was thrown really late. I can't tell if it's a block in the back or blindside block, but this one will come back.
You can see it on that replay there. There was a block in the back. I couldn't see who did it or who it was on. But you're right, in that replay, you could see that there. Fortunate for Crete. Would have been the 4th big score there for the Vikings. So that takes the ball back in Crete territory. Or sorry, back to Viking territory. They're at the 48.
Waverly's had a ton of success with that toss play, though. I know they've scored 1 long touchdown on it. That one there, I don't know how much that block led to the long run, but the perimeter blocking on that has been excellent, and the ball carrier doesn't even get touched.
So that makes it 1st and 16 now for the Vikings. 2 big calls here to start this 3rd quarter. Murray is the quarterback to start this 3rd quarter, and nice little quick throw out. Canoyer, he's close to the 1st down. He's going to get about 15 of the 16 needed. Bring up 2nd and short.
Little play action there, and snuck the fullback out in the flat. Found him for a big gain.
It's like a generous Crete spot on that. After seeing that replay, it looked like he was well over that marker, but we'll take it. So 2nd 1. 7 of the 11 Vikings all on the line, and they give to Canoyer again, and he's going to get across and get just enough for that 1st down. They'll be at the 35 of the Cardinals.
With the tackle. Short came on the play, but enough for Waverly.
Ari Perez Vicente looks like he might be limping a little bit on that defensive line for the Cardinals. Out there trying to stretch it out.
He's a tough kid, so looks like possibly an ankle. We'll see if he can fight through this.
Another little short toss. And the ball's on the ground. It's stripped. And here goes Krotzel. He gets it. It doesn't even hit the ground. It just almost falls in his lap. And he's eventually pushed out by Murray. But that is just the break.
There's the break
that the Cardinals were hoping for. The ball was given to Schwong, as you can see in that replay. Krotzel, right place, right time.
I couldn't tell. Krotzel may have been the one stripped, but someone got a hand in there. Then it popped right to Krotzel. Now the Cardinals have an opportunity here. Punch this in and make it a 2-possession game.
Well, they got the ball at the Viking 14-yard line. Something finally went their way in this game.
And you know, no matter what, you're going to be going for the touchdown. So you've got 4 downs to get this 1st down.
Here we go. Schmeckpepper fakes to Krotzel. He's rolling out to his left. No one there. Wisely just gets rid of it. No harm. Live to see the 2nd and 10. I like that play call, though. I think that's kind of what's going to have to be there.
Yeah, I think play action was the right call there. A lot of times Schmeckpepper can outrun people, but this Waverly defense is just so fast. But he made a good decision there, get rid of it, not take the sack. Give yourself another chance, 2nd and 10 rather than 2nd and longer.
Yeah, you're right. That Viking defense has done an excellent job containing Schmeckpepper.
As we've seen throughout the years, or throughout the season, he is a threat with his feet, and he just has not been able to break loose tonight.
Schmeckpepper has 312 yards coming into this game with 3 touchdowns. Crotchell brought down in the backfield. Cooper Skrobecki gets out there in a hurry, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and long. Crete's seen a few of these 3rd and longs tonight, and they've yet to convert them. They've had difficulty with those long yardage plays.
It's just not a situation you want to be in against this defense. They're aggressive, they're fast, and if you have to buy time to try to pick up a big chunk of yards, it's tough to do.
Well, let's see what they come up with here, Coach. And to Brink, he's back in the game. He was out
right,
momentarily. Yep. They're going to go option right. He pitches. Crotzel, a little bit of room there. Nice little gain. Looks like they're going to give him about 6 yards on that to bring up a manageable, more manageable, at least 4th down, 4th and 9. Good burst of speed there by Crotzel.
Yeah, and just once again motioning, emptying the side out and running the option to that side they emptied. And they've had success doing that. 4th and 10, more than likely a passing situation. Let's just see if Schmepper can have enough time to deliver a ball here.
So we're looking at 4th and 10.
Here comes
He's looking
pressure.
to his left. He runs to his left, stops to throw, and it is picked off. It's going to be a touchback right in the hands of Zane Schwang.
Was a penalty, but I think it's going against Crete. Yep. Unfortunately, the hold.
Holding on Crete, so that's going to be declined. So the biggest thing, they gave up 5 yards on that with the pick. It doesn't hurt them much. And I'm kind of glad he threw that. At least give receivers a chance as opposed to taking a sack or doing something else. Just toss it up. So instead of Vikings getting the ball at the 15, now they'll be at their 20.
No, you definitely throw it in the end zone. You never know what's going to happen. Give yourself a chance. Just once again, that pressure from Waverly in those situations, obvious passing down. They bring the heat, and there's not much time to let your receivers get open and deliver a pass to them.
Yeah, rolling out to his left. He seems to do that more. And as a right-handed, ball's on the ground again. Ref was there to see.
They're trying to run a counter there. They're a little fake toss and inside handoff. Looks like they may have ran into each other. Ball ends up on the turf. And unfortunately.
Yeah, you can see it there. Canoyer's right there to get it, but Crete's Kevin Castro was there fighting Canoyer for that ball. So that brings up 2nd and 14 here from the Vikings from their own 16. 9 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Possible passing down, just a little
short
quick
pass.
hitch.
Caden Brown, the senior, out to the 25, so that's going to bring up about 3rd and 5 here for the Vikings. Big opportunity here for the Crete defense to step up, get them off the field, and give their offense another opportunity.
Sears with a good tackle there, giving the receiver a nice big cushion there, and then came up and made the play after the quick spot pass.
Didn't allow for a whole lot of yards after a catch on there. Good play by Sears. So they are going to pass again. A lot of pass attempts tonight from Waverly. Flag goes down. It's a deep ball, and it's complete to number 2. We'll see what this flag does, but Riley Marsh marches on into the end zone. But looking at the reactions of Canoyer on Waverly, he's walking back. So I think that's going to be a moot point. So from 3rd and 5 to probably 3rd and 15.
For a team that doesn't pass much, that was an impressive play there. Cardinals actually had 2 in coverage, safety over the top that allowed someone to get behind him, and pass was thrown on the money.
Yeah, great pass.
But all for nothing. Cardinals have an opportunity here to force a punt.
That puts it back to the 12-yard line of the Vikings. 3rd and 18.
Cardinals have an opportunity here for a big play, get a stop, force a punt, give your offense another chance. At 4 wide, 2 on each side. Cardinals with 2 safeties.
Murray just a sophomore back there, the quarterback right now for the Vikings. He's going to roll. He sees a lot of room out left, and he might get there. Krotzel's there to finally get him, but not before he gets the Viking first down. He needed 18. Looks like he got about 19. Oh, there's another flag back there, Coach.
This one might be coming back as well.
Yeah, looks like they're all walking back. Murray made the right decision. Good speed. Saw that space off to his left, but blocking the back.
Blocking the back this time. All right. Need to take advantage of this.
So 3rd and 18 to what? 3rd and 13th Street, right next to Doan here for that first down.
So on that last play, it looked like they motioned to a trips and tried to attack the single side on a one-on-one coverage coming across the middle. And once he brought that defender, Murray just tucked it and ran.
Good exit to nose breakdown by Hall of Fame coach Siski. So now they're looking at 4th and 23. Interesting drive here. Really interesting start to this 3rd quarter. Okay, so Murray gets it. Not take off this time. He just makes a short pass to his receiver. And his receiver continues to fight. Let's see where he went out of bounds. Riley Marsh was the receiver, but I think he's going to be about 2 or 3 yards short, Coach.
He is short. We'll see what Waverly does.
So they need 2 yards. It's going to be 4th and 2, and they're hurrying up and getting to the line. They do not want to get this ball back to Crete.
They've had success running the ball. This could be a situation they just try to pound it for the 2 yards or try to draw Crete off sides.
And they do it. So it fools that Crete defensive line. That's going to give them the 5 yards. And that's going to take it up to the 33. So that's going to be a Viking first down. Ball on the 33. 7.5 minutes or so left here in this 3rd quarter.
Missed opportunity there. The Cardinals had them 3rd and long twice and let them off the hook and then shoot themselves in the foot in 4th and short.
Murray with the keep up the middle.
Looks like Waverly's trying to pick up pace. They're coming straight to line. Crete's trying to substitute. They might be in trouble here.
Yeah, they got to call a timeout. Yeah. They tried to rush Connor Scott out there, but I don't think his sub was going to rush off.
Well, and Waverly went no huddle there, which they haven't been doing. And caught Crete in a situation where they're trying to sub and weren't prepared for or weren't expecting Waverly to go no huddle. Had to burn timeout.
Well, and really, if you think about the start of this second half, we've had a fumble with a big recovery by Krotzel from Crete. Crete's not able to capitalize. They throw an interception. So Waverly gets the ball back. They throw a touchdown. It's called back. We've had a personal foul. We've had a holding. We've had a push in the back.
Even before that, in Waverly's last possession, had a touchdown called back coming out of halftime on a block in the back. So been a lot of laundry on the field to start the second half. See if both teams can clean it up.
So it's 2nd and 5 for the Vikings. Schwong in motion. Gets it from Murray. Now he's got some room. Escapes one. Krotzel from behind. Tries to strip it. Doesn't quite get the ball, but it does bring him down.
And Waverly going hurry up again.
All the way to the Crete Cardinal 29. You're right, Coach. They're right back at it. Give to Canoyer this time, and he sees a big hole. Krotzel's able to trip him up right about the 3 to 4 yard line.
Krautzel's second touchdown saving tackle, and Waverly once again
Just
hurrying
going
to
quick.
the line. And
First and goal from the 4-yard line for the Vikings. This time Murray decides to keep. And Connor Lighting there. Trip him up and keep it to just a short gain of 2, so it's going to be second and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Now at the 2, in between the 1 and the 2.
Waverly going tempo. They have a little more
Canoyer,
depth.
not a whole lot of struggle there. So he's able to get in the end zone to increase the lead. That puts Vikings up 27-0.
See on the replay here, just a couple guys had an opportunity, got some hands on them, but not going to bring them down, arm tackling.
Canoyer 3 for 3 on point after so far tonight. And that one is good.
And the kick is good.
Extend their lead.
6:40.
So with 6:40 remaining here in the third, Waverly 28, Crete 0. Crete not without opportunity here tonight. But I tell you what, that Viking D is just tough from that 10 on into that end zone. Crete's having a tough time just getting anything going once they get close to that end zone. They've been able to get there a couple, 3 times.
Well, they're tough everywhere, but yeah, they really tighten the clamps when they're protecting their end zone, and you can see why they haven't given up many points.
Crete did have to use a timeout on the last drive, so they have 2 timeouts remaining for the remaining of the third and fourth quarter. Waverly with all 3 timeouts. I want to apologize. We don't have up-to-date stats tonight. Usually we have someone here helping us out with stats so we can keep you at home up to date on the stats, and we don't have that extra help tonight, so can't give you the up-to-date information we'd like to. Krautzel with the return. Here comes the flag. Kick by Devin Moore.
Krautzel is down across the 20-yard line.
See what this flag is. It was thrown by that back judge.
Yeah.
I don't know if he saw maybe a block in the back.
That's a funny angle to have that come out, that type of flag come from. Waiting on the signal here.
I think they got to figure out.
A hold.
Hold on the Cardinals.
Hold on the Cardinals.
So Krautzel was able to get it out to the 23, but that's going to push it to the 13.
Be at the 13-yard line, 1st and 10. Cardinals.
Connor Lomax out there, huddling up with junior quarterback Schmeckpepper, junior back Krautzel. Lomax goes out wide. Sophomore Zybig, Schmeckpepper's left. Fake to Zybig, then eventually pitches out to Krautzel, who's hit hard out of bounds. He took a shot there, Coach.
He did. Just good tackle.
You see it on the replay here.
There's nowhere to go. And look at all the white jerseys around him there.
Well, that's Canoyer again. We've said his name a lot tonight on offense and defense, and able to put a hit there.
This whole Viking defense just flows to the ball, and they get there quickly.
Well, Crete's final regular season game of the season next Friday at Beatrice. So tonight's their final homestand. Schmeckpepper with the keep out to the 11.
Schmeckpepper on the keeper.
Still not quite back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe he got 1 or 2 on that, but looks like it's going to be 3rd and 11
Picks back up the 12-yard line, 3rd and 11.
With 6 minutes, clock winding down. Might see Schmeckpepper roll out here, look for a pass. He's been passing from the pocket tonight too. Just not a whole lot of time back there tonight. He does roll to his right this time. Gets the pass off. Intended for, I wouldn't say Landon Zydig, but it's Brayton Zydig.
Yeah. He had a little bit of time, but you can tell he's not used to having time.
Yeah, so he was expecting maybe a little more pressure on that, and he wanted to get rid of it. You're right.
And he should. From what has happened tonight, he's understood that he needs to get rid of the ball quickly. And
so that brings up 4th and 11 with Brian Banos back to punt. It's a good snap. They don't send pressure this time. First time of the night, they really haven't sent much pressure.
Oh, ball's on the
tip.
Well,
A.J. Heffelfinger tipped it, touched it, and just never could get control of that ball.
And then fumbled it again, and fortunately for Waverly, looks like number 57, Hunter Hank, there to jump on it. Cardinals could have used a break there, had the ball bounce their way.
So that puts the ball at the 38 of the Cardinals for the Vikings. So great field position here. You're right, certainly could have used a break there. But let's see what the defense can do here. Defensive line getting ready. Been fighting hard all night. Murray, quick pass out to his left. Riley Marsh fighting and fighting, gets that first down just beyond the sticks.
Pass to Marsh.
You've seen it now a couple times in the last 2 possessions. The Cardinal defensive backs giving big cushion, and they're just turning and throwing it. You know, you get up too close and you're going to get blocked, and they're going to run around the edge. So
it's a tough team to defend.
Yeah.
Pitch to the right to Schwang.
The ball carrier.
Brought down by sophomore Jacob Creaser.
Looks like
good tackle. He's had 2 tackles in a row. He was in on that last tackle. Creaser was.
They're going tempo again. Sure.
Looks like we got a second timeout by Crete, so they're going to have 1 remaining for the rest of the game.
You know, if you just look at the sideline, the number of kids that Waverly has out, you see them going tempo now. They know they've got an advantage when it comes to depth, and then you can see fatigue starting to set in. I think that's why this timeout was called. But, you know, this Waverly team, they can beat you a lot of different ways. They seem pretty methodical in the first half, just running the ball, huddling up, and pounding it on them. And now the second half, you see them going tempo a little bit. So able to beat you a variety of ways.
Well, and for that Crete defense who's been out there a lot, you know, they are tired, but, you know, are they going to run up the middle or are they going to pitch it out? They've been successful on those short little pitches to Canoyer. Then they do a short little pass play. I think we've seen more passes tonight than we were expecting to see. So there's just.
And you got to honor the play action as well.
Murray with the keep up the middle. Creaser with his 3rd tackle in a row. Good stop there by the sophomore.
Again, Creaser.
That'll bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and 2.
Murray, the ball carrier. Will bring up 3rd and 3 for the Vikings.
There's that short pitch left, and Canoyer just waiting for a hole. Not a big one, but it's going to be enough for that first down, it looks like. Picks up about 3 when it needed 2.
And Crete made him turn that one in, which had not been able to do.
They're going to wait for the sticks to move before they wind the clocks again. Ball at the 17. It'll be a 1st and 10. This time he does finally hand it off to Hoos. Hoos has been kind of running there and getting the fake, and they finally give him the ball.
Garcia drags him down.
The sideline sticks aren't even sure where to put the ball. Refs, they're trying to keep up with this Waverly offense. So that did bring up a first down and goal from about the 9. And then just a walk-in score by Schwang there.
A great block by Knoyer.
Yeah, we'll see it here on this replay. Here comes Schwang. There's Knoyer, number 4. And just that one defender, Creaser, that Schwang would have to avoid. I think Knoyer just was there and got rid of him, and great block. But it's that high-tempo offense again from Waverly. And Knoyer back. He's 4 for 4 on extra points for the night. Make that 5 for 5. Pushes our score to 35-0. Waverly Vikings with 4:14 left here in this third quarter.
A lot of these Cardinal players play both sides. Some of them even play special teams as well. And you saw it that last shot as they're coming to the sideline. You got some guys that are tired, and rightfully so. They're competing hard tonight.
They are, Coach, and they're fighting around, and they're still chasing players down and not giving up things easily. It's just hard to do it consecutively on defense. They've been playing a lot of defense here tonight.
And it's a tough stretch of games for them. Plattsmouth a couple weeks ago. Last week they go and have to play Norris, who right there at the top of the rankings, and you come back and play this Waverly team who, in my opinion, has as good a shot as any of the teams I've seen play to be last team standing this year.
Waverly Vikings are just 7 points away from being undefeated, so they're 5-2. But you're right, Coach. They've competed hard against Elkhorn. They're one of the top teams.
Beat Scott.
Not
made
who's
teams
ahead of them in wild card right now. But
and they have that build of a team that can play, in November football when the weather could be a little bit more nasty, because they don't rely on throwing it. They're just sound. They can pound on you, and then their defense. They can just rely on their defense to win them games.
Well, when you average 270 on the ground every game too, that's November football, and that's what you want to be doing this time of year. Murray with a good kick, but good return by Crossell. He gets out to the 28-yard line of the Cardinals, so to give them some decent field position here to start their drive. 3:30 left in the third. Clock ticking down. Schmeckpepper decides to keep. Flag comes out. Middle of the play there. He's taken down after a gain of 2, so we'll see what this.
There's something way away from the play and late again.
Well, here's the replay. Let's see if we can see it on the replay here. You're right, though. They've been coming out of different angles.
You didn't see it, but this might be a personal foul.
Personal foul defense. So
right at the end, almost looked like
personal foul.
Like kind of a, I don't want to call it a punch, but a shot to the face mask there by the Waverly player.
I couldn't see on the replay, but you could see that ref, and he was looking in that backfield still when the play was off to his left. So, yeah, he was definitely looking at something else. So that pushes the ball up to the 44-yard line of the Cardinals. So 1st and 10 after the personal foul call against the Vikings. Junior Braden Schmeckpepper checking his wrist, signaling Zybig. Now he's got everyone on the left. We might have a delay of game, and we do. Push it back 5 yards, so 1st and 15.
Penalty flag flies for the ball snap. Delay of game called on the
clock is winding.
Takes the ball back 5 yards.
These referees are going to have to ice their right arms after this game. Their pitch count's getting pretty high.
Our 4 games so far, it's definitely been the most flags. Schmeckpepper Looks like they're going to get a face mask on that. But he was brought down. Brock Gleason, the junior, brings him down. But they do call a face mask. Looks like it's going to be the 5-yard variety.
Yeah.
Here we can see on the replay here. Kind of had him by the helmet there, looking on that replay. So from 1st and 20 to 1st and 15. With the give to Krotzel up the middle.
Good run there. Good gain.
Picks up 5. Good hustle by Krotzel. Like we were talking about, these players are still playing, Coach. They're not giving up.
Yeah, they're competing. It's good to see. Nice to see them. It'd be nice to see them get one in the end zone here.
I think we're going to see one, Coach. I think they're going to get down there. They still got time. There's 25 seconds left here in the third. Again, same play. Give to Krotz up the middle, and he is stuffed.
Ran into a wall there.
Wyatt Fanning, yeah.
Pretzel, the ball carrier.
And Trevor Brown, yeah.
Again, yeah.
Both there.
Brooks,
Kind of the double team stop there on Krotzel. So that should do it for the third quarter. Crete gets back on the field. They're looking at a 3rd and 11 to start the fourth quarter with 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah, that's the end of your third quarter.
Waverly with the 35-0 advantage. I really like what I'm seeing right now, too. I think coaches working with their players, still coaching. Like we were talking about, those players want to get out there and they want to keep playing. They want to score. They're not done yet.
They do. And these coaches, I talked to them quite a bit. And they're gonna be right there fighting with the players till the last second of the last game. They have not given up at all. They remained positive. They've seen growth in this team from the first game till now. And I think that's pretty. I think it's pretty obvious to see. If you look back to that York game and look at where they're at now, and they've overcome so many things between cancellation of the games and some significant injuries. But you've seen improvement.
Well, and senior number 55, Sergio Silveira, we've mentioned his name already, but he's down the sideline on a bike. He has a ankle and in a boot, and he was one of their lone returning, starters from last year. Yep. An anchor on both lines.
Both sides of the ball, yeah. Definitely miss. You hate to see any kid end their season.
Schmeckpepper with some time back there. I think I saw a flag.
Yeah,
I'm so used to it, I just see yellow flashing every play. But there is a flag back there. The pass is incomplete. Ref back there talking to the junior quarterback. Crete's moving back, looks like. Holding.
Like a hold.
So that'll make it 3rd and 21 if Waverly accepts it. Yes, decline.
They are declining it.
I'd be surprised if they would accept that.
And my comment earlier about the officials is not a criticism. They've just had a lot of opportunities to throw their flag, and they have.
As a referee, not a football referee, but basketball referee, it's not an easy job. So, no, it definitely wasn't a criticism. And there's been calls on both teams, really. So it's been both ways. There's just been a lot of them.
Just been a lot of them.
Good punt there by
Banos.
You know
me, I would never criticize a ref, football or basketball.
No, that's one thing about basketball coaches I really appreciate is they never yell at the refs. It's very cordial. It's almost too cordial sometimes.
A lot of times during the game, it just takes a little longer to make dinner plans than normal, and your conversations get a little more extensive. It's tough to decide where to go.
So that clock is running. We're at 10 minutes. Vikings looking at a 1st and 10 from their own 25.
Good play.
Good little stop there. Schmeckpepper was there.
I think it was
Henry Vicente Perez there.
Came flying in, made a good play.
Perez on the stop.
Nolan Weiss out there, the senior quarterback. This is his first action at quarterback here in the second half. He was out there in that first half, and he did some damage. He's quick on the outside. This time he, with the give to Garrett Jenkins. Gets pushed out about the 32-33.
Jenkins.
Bring up 3rd down.
Schmeckpepper on the
Maybe
stop.
about 5
Pick up the 5 on the play. Brings up.
from my eagle eye vision. Maybe a long 5.
You haven't been wrong yet. All year.
That's thanks to Crete's own Bessler Family Eye Care.
They pay advertiser for that plug, or is that a gift?
A little gift right there. All right, pass complete. Senior Brady Martin. But looks like he's going to be about 2 yards short.
Lomax did a greate job closing. You see the cushion there, almost 10 yards off, and they just turn to throw it to him. But Lomax closes quickly. It does not allow the receiver to turn upfield. Good play by Lomax.
Great stop. Krotzel back to return the punt from Devin Moore.
Devin Moore. Kickoff man for Waverly. Back to punt. Pretzel that.
Connor Lighting about got in there. Just kind of bull rushed this guy.
I think Krotzel's probably going to let this go. Nice Viking roll down to the Cardinal 19-yard line. Well, they'll take over. With our score the way it is a running clock. So it's at 7:50 and counting down. So this fourth quarter will go quicker with that running clock unless Crete can put one here through the end zone.
With the roll, a little over a 50-yard punt there, puts the ball at the 14-yard line of the Cardinals. First and 10.
Schmeckpepper with the give. Krotzel up the middle. Tough 2 yards there for Krotzel on that one.
The ball carrier.
Bring up 2nd and 8 for the Cardinals.
Pretzel knocked down by Hankey.
Looking to the sideline, getting the play, getting formation.
Yeah, they're not huddling, but they're also not rushing a whole lot either. They're making sure they're set, making sure everyone knows the play. I see Schmeckpepper talking to everyone, making sure they know it. Krotzel with the give up the middle, up to the 20. We'll bring up 3rd and 4. Looks like they've stopped the clock. Or
Yeah.
the clock on the scoreboard is still going, but the officials waved to stop
Ball
it.
resting at 20.
Not sure if
Looks
there's.
like they're checking equipment or
Yeah, it looks like they're looking
3rd
at
and 4.
Jason Uden's equipment, but they're good to go. So 3rd and 4 here. 6 minutes remaining in our fourth quarter. Schmeckpepper calls over Zybig with motion. Faked. This time he keeps. Now he's got some room. Beats the defender. He's got a couple more to beat. He's out. He's back to 35 and steps out about the 33-yard line of the Vikings. Great read there by Schmeckpepper. They faked that middle to Krotzel. They've done it twice in a row. This time they fake it. They take Zybig out of the picture. Excellent game there by Braden Schmeckpepper. Great run.
Yeah, set up by the fake. Really sold it, hid the ball, pulled it late, and then took off. Good job running the option.
Good play there, boys, by the Crete Cardinals. Still fighting in this game, playing hard, trying to get that ball in the end zone. They got 5 minutes left to do so. Zybig comes over. There's that ball in the middle again to Krotzel. Hard 2 yards again for Krotzel.
Krotzel, the ball carrier.
Bring up 2nd and 8 from the 31.
2nd and 8.
Coach is giving the signal. Players checking their wristbands.
You see some of the same action here, I think, on this play as we've seen the last couple. There's that. There it is again.
Similar, just opposite side. This time he does pitch it out to Zybig. Zybig, stiff arm. Gets out of bounds. Nice little run. Preston Harms gets the stiff arm. Not quite as bad as Derrick Henry's stiff arm this last Sunday, but
Yeah, you know, Zybig is filling that position that DeBrink usually takes. DeBrink sitting on the sideline after getting injured in the first half. Zybig able to play multiple positions for the Cardinals.
Yeah, he
nice
stepped in
there.
nicely, doing some good blocks. There's Krotzel, gets outside, nice run. Again, takes a hard hit. He gets out about the 16 or so, but he's still on the ground. He's taken a lot of hits tonight.
He has, and you see him getting up slow. Last couple ones, I think he took a pretty good shot here. We'll see to the thigh what it looked like. Might have missed that protective padding. And
Trainer Tim Tomer up for the Cardinals. Head coach Mark Newmeyer head out to check on Krotzel. It's like the Waverly staff might be over there too, checking him out. They give him to the 17, tough run. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 17 with 3:40 remaining. The clock does stop on injuries when you have a running clock.
I'm just never been in the position Coach Manstead is in right now, where he has coached some of these guys, and you know, I'm sure it's kind of tough when you see a kid that you.
Well,
coach
that's that
go down.
relationship we've
Yeah.
been talking about. A lot of coaches. Crete basketball coach last year, Garrett Borcher, now a teacher, and I think he helps with some coaching out at Waverly. But every Crete player that's been down, Coach Mansted's been one of the first ones over there to talk with his former players. And
I know Coach Newmeyer has a lot of respect for Coach Manstead, and there's some friendly banter going on this week between the two, and I'm sure they've had some fun. But obviously, get out here and you want to beat your friend, but
well, and when they're not playing each other, they're rooting for each other.
that's exactly
you know
right.
that.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Krotzel's walking off on his own with the trainer next to him, so that's good to see. So in the backfield right now, next to Schmeckpepper, you have sophomore Creaser, sophomore Braden Zybig. Lomax heads out to the left.
So you got
It said
couple.
sophomore Creaser. I should say senior Creaser. Sorry about that. All right, let's see how they do here. They're looking at a 1st and 10 with the fake to the middle. Schmeckpepper, well read there by that Waverly defense. They didn't give him a whole lot of options there to even pitch it.
Yeah, Hankey was there in a hurry. Here we are in that situation where their backs against their goal line, and they're tightening up again. Going to make it tough on the Cardinals to get one in.
So they're looking at 2nd and 13. Ball on the 20. Clock getting around under that 3-minute mark. We'll continue to wind down unless Crete calls a timeout. Looked like a pretty good pass there
It was.
to Zybig. Again, that defender is right on Zybig the whole time. In the minute that ball's there, that defender is on his shoulder pads. So that'll bring up 3rd and 13. But you'll notice Isaac Krotzel's back out there. Good to see that.
Very good to see it. You're already down to rank, and then you lose Krotzel and your starting backfield's out. Makes it tough.
Schmeckpepper looking to his left. Nice toss to Sears, and Sears breaks a couple. And he gets in there for the Crete Cardinals score. Their first of the game. I think those two defenders from Waverly thought that one of them was going to get him. You can see on this replay here, good pass by Schmeckpepper. Sears has to reach up a little bit.
Yeah, Sears goes up and gets it and splits the defenders and gets in for his first touchdown of the year.
Second reception.
Good
First touchdown of the year.
Good for Clay, and good pass by Braden Schmeckpepper there. Get the Cardinals on the board.
Schmeckpepper's first passing TD of the year.
Is it really? That surprises me. He's had some very nice plays and had some near ones, I know, early. And
we've had some close ones, and he almost had another one there in that first or second quarter. Coach is going to talk about it a sec.
Make sure they run the right play here. And good, you see Coach Newmeyer there directing his players. Good teaching moment here. And you want to see good execution.
Well, in some of these plays, those two-point conversion plays aren't ones you get to run a lot during a game. You might run them in practice, but practice is one thing and running it in the game is another thing. So this is a good time to run it and talk with them, and let's run it correctly.
Especially different when you're running against the Waverly defense.
You're exactly right. That was their final timeout of the game for Crete. So they'll kick this. We'll do a kickoff. That's going to stop the running clock, too. So there's 2 minutes, 11 seconds officially on the scoreboard. Going for two. Schmeckpepper is going to pass. They're rolling out to his right. Not a whole lot there, but he breaks it. Ball. I don't know if that ball came out or not, but apparently it didn't. But he was stopped regardless. Just didn't see it there in the end zone.
Another impressive, I know we've been talking about the Waverly defense a lot, but they get pressure on you, but then there's a situation where their coverage is just so good.
That speed in the back, in the back end is impressive on the Waverly side.
There was just nowhere for Braden to throw the ball there. They ran out of time.
But let's talk about that Crete drive a second, too. Like we were talking about, players could have given up, scores out of hand, games out of hand. But they didn't do that. They fought. Schmeckpepper gets a long gain.
Yeah, started deep in their own territory, had a couple tough runs up the middle by Krotzel, which set up a fake and an outside run by running the option by Schmeckpepper for a long gain, and then they had to convert a couple times and had some success through there as well.
Krotzel's a big run, and then Sears gets his first receiving touchdown of the season. Schmeckpepper throws his first touchdown of the season. Good fight by those boys in red tonight. Waverly all set up. Probably expecting possibly an onside or at least a short kick here from Banos, taking the kickoff duties this evening.
I hope Crete can take some momentum into their last game of the year against Beatrice and go out and play their best game of the year and possibly come out with a win.
Seems to be always a good game between Crete and Beatrice. I know it's kind of a rivalry game.
This is the last home game for a lot of these seniors, or for all these seniors. Last home game for these seniors. Not a whole bunch.
Ooh, that might just go 10 yards. Nice kick by Banos. I like it. But
that was a great kick.
Eddie Johnson, number 33 there for Waverly there. Just that's a tough catch. He did it behind the back.
Would have liked to have seen some Cardinals go attack that ball a little bit better. They would have had a chance.
That was a nice little kick.
If he could do that every time, that could be effective. But want to congratulate these seniors on their career. I know they got one more game, but it's the last time we get to talk about them. And I've only got to see them this year, but I've been impressed with them, and I know the football coaches will miss them.
Just a good group, good solid group, hard workers. You know, and some are on the sideline injured, and they've been really battling all season, and then you have your cancellations and you can't practice as often as you normally do, and so they've gone through a lot, and they've fought hard in every game, and really hats off to these seniors and this entire Crete football team. Good season so far, and good luck on your next game in Beatrice. Legal substitution. That's why they moved it back 5 yards there. So it's 1st and 15. Give off to the left. Eddie Johnson, junior running back.
Zybe did a great job turning that in, and then Henry Vicente Perez comes over and makes the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 11 with our clock going down, minute 45. Crete cannot stop the clock. You'll see some run plays here, and if they get a first down, that would be ball game. Off to the right, A.J. Heffelfinger. Good effort there. Gets pushed out. Not after he gains about 7 yards. So that's going to bring up 3rd and long 3 here for the Vikings. Minute 22, and the clock stopped. Crete was able to push him out, so if they can get a stop here, offense will get that ball back. They'd love to get one more in that end zone. The give, and they are going to get the stop. Great stop by that D. Eddie Johnson with the ball, but Creaser, the senior there, make that initial stop.
Creaser's played a good game on the defensive side, been in on a lot of tackles. I think they're going to get him out.
Yeah, he's made a lot of, in the last 2 drives, he's been on a lot of tackles. Yeah, he gets a break. Mason Crumbliss comes in. Give him a break. So it's 4th and 2, 45 seconds. See if Crete can toughen up here and stop him. Maybe give him a shot here. Give their offense the ball. Oh, that's going to be close, Coach. They're going to stop it. Preston Harms with the ball. And they are not even going to take a look at it.
Crete ball.
It's going to be Cardinal ball. Good stop by that Crete D. 31 seconds remaining. They're going to have the ball on the 43-yard line. Down 35-6 with 31 seconds remaining, 0 timeouts. What do you do, Coach?
Looks like they're getting some other guys in. I think you probably just, run your normal offense, nothing fancy. Short a guy trying to shuffle guys in and out. They better hurry. I know they don't have any timeouts.
Sophomore Jacob Harrington there at center. One of the new guys.
Let's see if
Michael Willie comes out there next to Schmeck Pepper. Mason Crumbliss out there at the not tight end cruiser.
Yeah.
Some position I've never heard of.
Willie gets the ball up the middle.
Willie gets the ball up the middle. Good carry for him.
We'll see if Cardinals try to run another play, or if they just, it looks like they are going to try and run another play. And
18 seconds. Should be the final play of the game, barring any penalties. Willie gets the ball again, just up the middle.
And immediately.
Stuff there by Ian Moorhead of the Vikings. So that's going to do it for tonight's game. Waverly 35, Crete 6. Again, thanks for joining us tonight on the Crete Strive Network, the Crete YouTube channel. We appreciate you tuning in, supporting our Crete Cardinals. Again, thanks to Travis Coe and all his hard work and his students helping out on the Strive Network. They do tons of work in the background and all the hours that they put in to make this possible for you at home to enjoy these games I always enjoy coming up here with Coach Siskey, supporting our Cardinals. And then one more game, Coach.
Yeah, one more game for these guys to go out and compete as a team together. You know, it goes fast, and the season's flown by. And you know, you talk to seniors every year, and they're amazed at how fast their careers go by. So hopefully they can go out and end the season with a win and on a high note.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us here. Crete Cardinals will play at Beatrice next Friday night to end their regular season. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully the weather stays good for you, and thanks for tuning in.
Good night.